During the Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard defamation trial, we got to watch the depositions of Johnny Depp's agent, his divorce lawyer, but more importantly, we got to hear from Alejandro Romero, who is the front desk attendant at the building where Depp and Heard lived together. His deposition was pre-recorded on January 22nd, 2021, and then played during the trial. Romero was asked all about the infamous penthouse incident and what he saw take place around that time. For approximately 13 years, Alejandro has worked in the building, mostly dealing with packages for residents and checking guests in as they visit friends in the building. However, this testimony was his moment to shine, and boy did he ever. There were several legendary moments from this video that we just have to talk about. First of all, he did the entire deposition from the driver's seat of his car, and at one point as he was being questioned, he just starts hitting his vape. Then after that, he was asked if he remembered seeing Amber Heard on a very specific date, and in response to that he said, "I don't remember. I don't even remember what I got for breakfast." And this caused laughter to erupt in the courthouse, with even Depp trying to conceal his laughs. Romero kept the courtroom laughing as well, with many more of his responses. As he continued to vape throughout his testimony, he once again earned some laughs when he was asked about the timeline of events that they had sent to him. And this was perhaps also my favorite answer of this entire trial thus far. In response, Alejandro said, "I know you guys sent me the papers to review, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to review them because it's been so long. I just don't want to deal with this anymore." Me either, buddy. Me either. And before the court broke for lunch, Romero could also be seen on camera driving away as he was giving his testimony. While driving, he stated that he had been truthful in his answers to their questions, which included a statement about him not seeing any injuries, bruises, or swelling on Amber's face. Another important piece of his testimony was the fact that he had known of Johnny Depp for a while, just because Depp owns several of the penthouse suites in the building. For example, he testified that usually the actor was very calm and a happy person, although when shown a security video of Depp after a fight with Miss Heard, Romero said he appeared to be very agitated, which was a first for him to see. In the days after the Los Angeles Police Department had visited the home of Depp and Heard, Romero said that he just didn't remember seeing any bruises on Amber, which he claimed he would have because he always looks people in the eyes whenever he speaks to them. However, he also admitted that he didn't know if Heard had been wearing makeup at the time. There was also a lot revealed during the questioning of the police that had responded to that 911 call on May 21st, 2016. While breaking down everything that the police did during this call, we also got to witness the body camera footage from the second occasion of police being called to the scene. If you recall, Officer Melissa Sines was the one who responded to the alleged incident of domestic violence at Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's penthouse. She also, as I just mentioned, testified that there had been no crime that had taken place, and at the time Amber Heard was still married to Johnny Depp, and according to the officer, she didn't claim to have been attacked, nor did she appear injured. The body camera footage shows Officer William Gatlin and his partner knocking on the door at the LA penthouse. Heard lawyer Elaine Bredhoff questioned Mr. Gatlin, who appeared in a video deposition recorded in November of last year. After that earlier visit I just mentioned by two other LAPD officers, Mr. Gatlin came to the residence at 10:24 p.m. of the same night. The 8-year veteran of the police force said that he wasn't aware at the time that it was Mr. Depp's apartment that he was visiting. He then testified that he came about as close as 10 to 15 feet of Miss Heard, but added that due to inadequate lighting, he couldn't really make out any injuries that Miss Heard may or may not have had. Mr. Gatlin also added that Miss Heard and her friends who were also present in the apartment appeared reluctant to talk to them. Upon police arriving for a second time, Amber's friend then goes to collect the business cards left by the officers who visited the residence earlier that night and started to actually close the door, but the officers instead entered the home, noting that they had received another call separate from the first. The voice of a woman can also be heard on that body cam recording, saying that the other cops had already visited the home and said that everything was okay. At the same time, another person can be heard stating that Johnny was not present, but no surname was provided. The officers then asked a few more questions, but then would soon leave when realizing that no crime had taken place. Ms. Bredhoff then asked Mr. Gatlin, "Are you able to testify whether Amber Heard was a victim of domestic violence by Mr. Depp on May 21st, 2016? To which he replied, "Based on our investigation, it appeared as if she was not," adding that she was refusing to give any statement and that at the time, we did not observe any visible or verifiable injuries to her. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one.